Going strong, Alan.
Yeah, he is, and probably didn't ever think he would get to another final, but he has, and he'll be a big part in the game today if he has a good one. So will Anderson and Solberg. Everybody north of Stonehaven thinks that Mark Viduka is the man they can't handle. They don't think they have MD at the back. Okay, Perry, Anderson, Solberg, McAllister today, but they don't have MD with the physical presence to handle Viduka. It's a big game for those guys today.
And Celtic coming on to a game, of course, that is so important to them. And we've been discussing, as you've heard in the studio, the absence of Mark Butler. We saw the smile on his face as he was in the crowd there, and I wonder if that indicates that it is an injury and not, or else there would have been a sense of disappointment about it.
Well, possibly, yeah. He'll obviously be disappointed he's not involved. Interesting to see there are no strikers on the Celtic bench either, so they're obviously relying heavily on Viduka and Johnson. Moravcik, I think, is a terrific player. He'll be the main man in midfield. And that looks pretty strong to me, but I'm telling you, the key to this game will be Viduka.
Well, Viduka is, to my mind, the player of the season. There's no question at all about it. Even when Celtic were going through pretty bad periods, he was taking on defences virtually all on his own. The last game they played at Easter Road, for example, if it hadn't been for him, they wouldn't have been in the game at all. So he is that important, and I think these supporters realise that. You know, it's great to see a Celtic Aberdeen final again, because it revives so many memories of the great finals and the great encounters they've had in the past.
Well, absolutely. Well, if you think of the way Aberdeen's season started, and Skobdal came in, and obviously some of these players still won't be household names. A lot of people won't know them. Maybe today's an opportunity for them to prove it.
And it does show you the potential of the Aberdeen support. I mean, they've been compared to the figures of Pittodrie in the past. The attendances have been pretty poor. Look at that. Yeah. That's a whole community down to support Aberdeen. And Celtic, of course, Alan, going in quite clearly as favourites in this game.
Yeah, and I think quite rightly too. Obviously, you just said of it, the throwback to years ago, and I'm sure a lot of these Aberdeen fans will be glad they've had another trip down to Glasgow to get to Hampden. But I think Celtic are favourites. I think the fact that we've said that, you know, I don't think that Solberg or Anderson are physical enough to cope with Viduka. You have to make sure Viduka's up for this one, though. But nevertheless, I just don't think it's cut and dried as early season form would suggest. They've definitely been on the upturn. This is now Eb Skobdal's team. He's happy with what he's got.
You also wonder, the other team just about to come out, you wonder about these Celtic players. I mean, they are expected to win this game because they've mounted an avalanche of goals against Aberdeen already this season, and that expectation sometimes adds a little bit of a burden to players.
Absolutely. Another thing, of course, that actually this is a one-off. There's no 3 points to be gained here. It's a draw. It goes into extra time and extra penalties. This is one where you have to be up for it on the day, or you will be turned over.
Out comes Tommy Boyd with a wee master there who seemed initially reluctant to come on. Listen to the Hampden roar. Well, change other days when these two clubs drew 146,000 to this very spot for a final at the old Hampden. But gentrified, as you could say, this place now is, I doubt that this new stadium will slacken the tension in what is such a significant game for the pair of them. A sentiment boisterous, and they're proving it. Well, Celtic certainly take a much better record into this overall final, with 10 League Cups to their credit, but they certainly don't like that blot in the record of losing to Aberdeen 23 years ago, 2-1 in extra time. Curiously, the only League Cup final they've ever played against each other. The Celtic players going down to acknowledge the support, which has recovered admirably from walking out stunned and bewildered from Parkhead after that Scottish Cup defeat. There's Zeru Ali, the little magician, who got a bit of rough treatment in the last game we saw, but kept bouncing up and down like an India rubber ball.
Yeah, he's very, very tricky, and he did get a bit of rough treatment, didn't he? But at one point we thought he might actually go off, and he honestly dust himself down and get on with it. He's very, very tricky player indeed.
Paul Bernard, the most expensive signing at one stage, who's been plagued by injury, of course, and now delighted, and indeed his international career stunted by that. And now here he is back trying to help Aberdeen retrieve the status that many of the supporters think they thoroughly deserve in the game. And Mark Viduka, to my mind, the player of the season, superb skills, a combination of tremendous physique and neat footwork.
Yeah, he does, and he also actually, when they play with him alone up front, although he'll be with Tommy Johnson today, very, very good control, and the fact that he's so strong, great ability to hold the ball up. Celtic needs him to be on form today.
Well, Tommy Johnson, I saw the other week scoring a couple of great goals against Dundee, and then of course he was injured, but there he is back again. Referee Kenny Clark, remember, referees suffer nerves too, but I can tell you these are accentuated today because for the first time ever, his wife has decided to come and watch him refereeing a football match. That should make for very interesting conversation at the dinner table tonight. I think his wife will be a little friendlier than we've been towards him in the past.
I was going to say, actually, I'd like to get a single camera on her just in case she started shouting at him.
Off we go into the 54th League Cup final. Reset. Stavrum. Taken away by Big Horst. Jackie McNamara, who's been quite outstanding for Celtic this season. Tremendous foraging runs on the right-hand side, as he did against Rangers recently. Now Tommy Boyd, as I said, the only survivor from the last time these clubs met in this competition 5 years ago. Game played at Ibrox, of course. Beekhorst. Right in the middle is Mjolby. Johnston is Viduka. Almost got his freedom. Well, he gets a free kick there, but immediately, Alan, you saw the ability he has to slip around an opponent.
Yeah, he did. He just got in front of Russell Anderson. Russell having to bundle him over. Almost momentum really taking him in, but we'll just show you'll have to make sure he doesn't give him a couple of yards. And this is the first, maybe half chance for Celtic already.
Well, Moravchik, perfectly capable of curling a ball in, even from this distance, but it may be laid away across to the left-hand side of the box. Little down forward there, Viduka trying to take that with his chest, and Aberdeen had everybody behind the ball. Mjolby. Little touch there. I think Viduka might even have got a touch himself. Jim Leighton, 41 years of age, played in all the cup finals, FA, European, Scottish, League Cups. And coming back onto good form again. Little run forward there by Andy Dow, who's your man of the match up at Tannadice in the semi-final.
Yeah, I was impressed with Andy Dow. Very, very top work rate. Even when he's actually playing on the left-hand side, you've just seen him come across two players into the right wing for Aberdeen. They're guaranteed 100% and guaranteed a big work rate for him, and they'll need to do it today, actually.
Ian Jess. Across Stavrum, good interception there by Boyd. I think the ball just kept it. Boyd. Well, when that ball came to Bernard, I thought he might just have lost possession. There it is again. Flicked across there by Solberg. I'll reset. Zerouali did come in very quickly. Yes! Just a little bit predictable that though. Zerouali. Forward he goes. Little 1-2 attempted. Zerouali. Well, he went down, wriggling his way through there, but it's no chance of the penalty, which he was half-heartedly appealing for.
Nevertheless, Archie, great play by Zerouali, very, very tricky. It certainly wasn't a penalty, but I thought for 1 minute the ball was just going to break to him in the box.
Well, that's all Tommy Boyd could do. Here's Zerouali. Little will-o'-the-wisp. Trying to get that little 1-2 there from Jess. Well, a lot of jersey pulling going on by Mahe. No doubt about that. But I think his momentum more than anything else was causing that.
I'll tell you something else which is very notable.
Oh, there's Zerouali. I think that ball had swerved behind for a goal kick, but the little man, the little Moroccan, already making an impact on this game.
The other thing, of course, Archie, is this is the one that came across. I think the ball just went out. But interesting, when we were talking about Zerouali against Dundee United, he started on the right-hand side. And interesting today, he's been on the left-hand side. We've already seen him take the ball off a reset. I think he is their weak link in the Celtic team.
Johnston almost got away there. Well, Celtic playing with the two strikers up front there, which many people said they really ought to have done, and they could have from the start against Rangers. Zerouali just beyond Ian Jess. Now Vikost. Viduka. Russell Anderson, very promising young fullback. Many people think he'll move into central defence in the future. Just away by Anderson again. Look of determination about this Aberdeen side at the moment. Mahi has the pace, I think. Goal kick. Well, there might have been a little bit of a grumble there from the Aberdeen players about this challenge. Again, the jersey being pulled. No question.
Well, they certainly could have. I think either of them could be looking for a foul there. I think that no one actually got a touch on the ball.
Steven Mahe. Taken off by Kenny Dalglish in the last game at Parkhead, but that explosive volcanic temperament of his looked to be getting the better of him. Tommy Boyd looking into the rather pale sun that we have at Hampden Park at the moment. Well away by Mjolby. Well, given what Celtic have done to Aberdeen this season already, Tommy Bunds must realise that Aberdeen have actually had a very good start to this game, a confident start.
Absolutely, that's exactly what I was thinking about there in midfield. They've managed to pick up a lot of second balls. So far, really, Celtic have been going from back to front, very unlike them, rather than through the middle. And I think Ibs Gobdal will be quietly happy, although a long, long way to go yet, only playing 6.5 minutes.
Well, Zerouali was coming back, and consequently the linesman didn't put his flag up, but then when he turned and went in the opposite direction, the flag had to go up. There's a gentleman, soft-spoken anytime I've spoken to him, but apparently he can throw things about the dressing room as well, as his very famous predecessor was very skilled. Good fight. Perry. Little ball round there. Well, Stavrum is hovering down this right-hand side. Well, Aberdeen are competing.
It's exactly what they're doing. They're putting Jess and Stavrum. Every time any Celtic defender gets on it, they're shutting them down very, very quickly. And so far, it's working. Not any fluency to the Celtic ball from back to middle to front yet.
Played by McAllister. McNamara, we haven't seen much of him in the match so far. To the outside, Viduka might just get hold of this. That's a very good tackle by Solberg. Wasted by that ball from defence, so they really have to keep possession in positions like that. Boyd. That long through ball hasn't operated for Celtic so far.
That's what they've been trying to do. I mean, Tommy should know better if he's going to play it into the front man. Although I think initially Tommy Johnson went to go near and didn't go for the long one.
Launching a high one down there again. Well, I think the boot was up.
And again, Archie, Aberdeen just picking up that second ball.
Mjolby going into the heart of defence, right on the edge of the penalty area. Big Swede is very, very good in the air, of course. To be taken by Andy Dow, or perhaps Zerouali might make a pop at it. No, it's Dow. And across, And there's the first touch by Jonathan Gould. And every goalkeeper likes his first long, hard look at the ball in a cup final. That was his. They'll be playing it down this reset, and I think a slight deflection. Well, reset, and Mahir on the other side, perfectly capable of explosive bursts down the flanks. So far they've been very reticent. Viduka, look at the strength of the man on the ball again. I think he was impeded, he'll get a free kick. Indeed, I think Kenny Clark is going to have a word with the players about this.
Well, Jimmy McAllister is saying that Viduka's got a hold of his shot. A little bit of 6 1/2 a dozen there. Viduka not too happy using his shoulder. You already spoke about having a decent right back. I think in Jimmy McAllister, Aberdeen have a real gem at left back. Every time I've seen him, he's in a very good game. Just making sure Viduka knew he was going to be there.
Free kick. He can swerve them in. Too easy that. No real challenge on him either. Here's Dow. Free kick, yes. Coming up very fast. Stilian Petrov, who gets a booking for that. Petrov booked. I think his momentum carrying him right through, and he had put his leg out. And only one possibility there for the referee. I must say, Alan, with about, just coming up to 12 minutes gone, we're actually seeing a kind of nervy Celtic.
Well, they certainly haven't had their own way, have they? Aberdeen have shut them down very, very quickly indeed and not let them settle on the ball. That was obviously the plan in the first 20 minutes. The game will start to pan out, the test match will start to become clearer who's getting on top, but at the moment it will be very difficult to separate any of them. No real chances as of yet.
Free kick, offside. Johnson trying to exploit that great pace of his. If he gets right on line, I think he's capable of taking on any defender. Good explosive bursts over a short space of yards now. Free kick, McAllister. Good bite. Now Perry. It's an ambitious ball. All that comes out of that is a throw-in. Mahi going in very quickly. Stalbrum gets a corner kick. Aberdeen support away to my left-hand side. Excited by this prospect. There they are. There he is, trying to keep check of himself. Well, he's usually very successful at that. What a swing in it. Gould, not all that confidently. And I think another corner kick. Gould is complaining, by the way, that he was impeded. He may have a point, Alan.
Yeah, I think so. He's come to win it. There's a lot of bodies in there. He gets enough on it, though. Referee will just have a quick word with him at the moment. It's a lovely ball into a dangerous area. Comes to get it. There's a lot of bodies there. Eventually, the referee is given another corner.
What a pushing it once again, Stalbrum. Good solid tackle by McNamara as he came across. He had to fill up little space there. A good spell for Aberdeen this. Zerouali. Now Celtic on the break. Petrov. McNamara. Viduka. Can he get Celtic going now? That's a better ball in towards Johnston. Excellent clearance against Solberg, has been outstanding so far. McAllister. Ian Jess. Whipped away there by Boyd, though. Well, that's a little gift. Johnston couldn't get hold of it now. I think, Alan, he had every intention, given he's not had any latitude so far, of really having a go at this.
Yeah, there's no way he was going to pass with it. When Solberg actually initially his touch is okay, all he'd done is turn into Tommy Johnson. Johnson took the ball off him, no support, cut right to the shot. Tommy Johnson probably can't believe he's lucky he's actually playing today. 2 months ago, I'm sure he didn't think he'd be turning out in the cup final for Glasgow Celtic, that's for sure.
Well, there's a mistake there, and it's almost touched away. Mjolby got to it. By the way, we'll have a man of the match competition. There's the number there, 0900 911 55 00. Mjolby. Mahe might be going in one of his runs for the first time in a game. Moravcik, of whom we've seen hardly any positive move, but that's a better ball. Now McNamara. Viduka. Tantalizing ability he has to get it over. Well, that ball played beautifully in there by Viduka, and Johnson was hovering right in the middle.
Brilliant play by Viduka. Superb ball and great defending.
Played down, that's it! Reset! Opens the scoring for Celtic. Suddenly popping up in the penalty area. The defender coming in, an auxiliary attacker, and Leighton is annoyed that he was left totally exposed. That ball played in there by Vikos.
Yeah, it was a lovely goal. I don't know how Reset got to there. A good run forward by him. A lovely ball in from Vikos. Incredible when you think there's a good spell for Aberdeen this as well. Hit with a sucker punch. Not the greatest of contacts by Reset. Doesn't matter. Celtic 1 up.
And the Aberdeen manager for the first time has become animated. He's out screaming at his defenders. Good move by Reset coming forward the way he did. Here's Zerouali. Wants to go on the outside and see pass. On the outside of the net, the Stavrum puts his thumbs up. He acknowledged that. Little ball there that ought to have been cleared by the Celtic defence initially. Almost caught out now.
It was a better ball in from Zerouali. Just gets himself in front of Stephen Mahe. Slided us up the touches. If anything, he's unfortunately just got too much of it. And into the side netting, but a good response from Aberdeen right away though.
And now you can hear the Celtic supporters in the background. They're in front, and they believe they'll stay there. But as Alan said, a very good response by Aberdeen. A real test of their character and nerve now, given the fact that they've folded so easily to Celtic this season. After Celtic have gone in front at just about this juncture in the previous games. Zerouali. No. Celtic supporters sweeping way around to the other side of the stadium. Massive support here. Stavrum has been holding on to that front edge roll of his, just on the edge of the Celtic defence, sometimes tempting the offside position. Mjolby to Stavrum. Did very well there, Stavrum. That's a decent ball and goal. Had to keep his eye on it closely. There was a lot of curl in that one.
Yeah, there was. Unfortunately, not enough. He's done that a couple of times, Stavrum. Turned inside Mahe. Cross comes short. Initially, Johnny Gould was coming to get it, and then he realised it was turning away from him, or rather beyond him. Good turn by Stavrum. He just needs someone coming in at the back post, and that would have been an easy finish.
Well, they don't have that kind of striker, Aberdeen, at the moment. I mean, Jess tends to play just off a little bit. Wasn't in there. We haven't seen very much of Jess. rather inept effort there by Mahe. Seemed to take his eye off the ball. He's slightly annoyed with himself for that. Jess trying to get back into midfield. That's a decent ball, just tucked away. Had to pick it up. Up comes McNamara. Great support by McNamara, and that, I think, will be a booking. Solberg gets a yellow card. I think Kenny Clark's wife, watching for the first time here, would approve of that one.
I think so, yes, with a little rash challenge. He did well initially to get the ball away, but when Jackie McNamara picked it up, he was already running at the defence at pace. Ryan Scotland to give him a little bit of treatment. He'll be all right.
Yes, McNamara had a great game against Rangers, but to no useful end for his side. Minutes gone, just over, and Aberdeen have to hold this intact. Another goal now at this juncture for Celtic. It would be very difficult. And there's Leighton. Oh, there was a wicked skid in the ball as it came towards him. Aberdeen on the counter-attack. Mahe's there. Well, I think Celtic have seen enough of Aberdeen in the way they've competed in this game to realise that it's certainly not going to be like the other games they've had. A much more disciplined-looking side, Aberdeen, in terms of its structure and attitude. Ian Jess setting off after this. Mjolby. Out it goes again. Not very pretty, but safe. Zeru Ali, I think, yes, played on the right-hand side. There he is. A wild one by Goodfight. Almost like a spring day for football, and certainly the Celtic supporters there beginning to enjoy this. And a bit of relaxation in these famous faces. The man on the left needs hardly any introduction. Solberg getting to that. Mjolby. Nice turn by Petrov. Pass certainly didn't match it. Zeru Ali was wanting that ball played beyond the defender. Ball's out. Get that forward to Jess again. Petrov picking up a lot of the action in midfield. Mjolby. Johnson has been beaten in the air for all of these high balls played down the middle. Zerai. Oh, given away. Bad ball by Perry. Petrov. Beautiful ball by Petrov and McNamara. He certainly had to go for it, and I think he realised that McAllister had committed himself as well. A brave challenge by the pair of them. Mjolby. Johnston. Look at the support by this McNamara. Superb coming up from midfield. And that's wide. Well, reset, I think. His appetite has been whetted by that goal he got.
Absolutely. I said he was a weak link in the Celtic team down that right-hand side, thinking that Zeru Ali would give him a few problems. Well, he's given them the opener. He slipped in contact there, but certainly a decent height. No problem for Jim Leighton.
Like a little push by reset there. Way by Boyd. McAllister. Actually, McAllister killed that ball beautifully with his left foot. It's coming towards him at a fair rate of knots. Ex-Quid of the South player. He's done a lot of shouting in his day, Tommy. 150% committed in every game. Bad slip, because can he take advantage? Well, Moravcik annoyed, I think, actually annoyed by himself. He didn't go through on that and the overlap as quickly as he could have.
No, I think he's a little upset. I mean, there was a slip by an Aberdeen and a Celtic player there. I think he's just a little frustrated because he hasn't really been in the game as often as he would probably want to be.
Long and high towards Johnson. That's an excellent ball in Leighton. No hesitation. He was out of the traps there very quickly indeed.
Well done, Jim Leighton there. That's the best pass of the game. Moravcik, absolute pinpoint in between defender and goalkeeper, running at each other. Jim, quite right, Archie was out. The box is nice and quick to clear the danger.
Aberdeen giving the ball away liberally in midfield now. That could be fatal for them. That's a bad pass. Some of Celtic's passing, apart from that pass we've just seen from Moravcik, has left a lot to be desired in this game. Stavrom. Nice little ball. There's Zerouali! Well, he was right to take it away, he did. He really has been exploring, and he had only one thing in mind.
Well, as soon as he saw Stavrom turn there, you can see already he's got a half yard in Mahe. Good contact, a little too good, but a great run, and that's what he has to do, get himself in that box.
Well, this man, I think, deserves a great deal of credit for establishing a coordination within the Aberdeen ranks. It seemed dishevelled so often this season. There's still a lot of work to be done at Pittodrie yet, but he's come a long way in a short time. It's a performance so far that, you know, doesn't have any sting up front, Alan, but nevertheless, they play some good possession football.
Yeah, they do. They're certainly a massively different team than they were at the beginning of the season. Skobdal's gradually get them to play the way he wants to. And to be fair, even when they conceded the goal, it was a good spell for them. They just get hit with a little bit of a sucker punch. Marking was slack with Resev, an extra man coming into the box, but I think he'll be reasonably happy the way the game has gone. He doesn't need Zerouali to do that, trying all the fancy moves. You want him to get to the byline and get it in the box.
There he is. A little wrestling match there with Mahe. There's nobody near enough of him to lay it off, and it goes through the tunnel.
And I was trying to play it off the legs of Mahe there to get the throw in. I still want to see him attack players.
Mahe. Paducah inside. In fact, Paducah's been rather quiet. The service to him hasn't hardly been prolific. Rather slack phase of this game. Just about 28 minutes gone. Well, I think Celtic will be content enough at being one goal behind without having turned in the very best of their performances. Because here's Paducah. Trailing men with him. Too many around him that time. But as one or two of the players are finding it difficult to keep their feet when they turn quickly. Probably Aberdeen more vulnerable to that than Celtic. It looked as if it might have gone across for a corner kick. A throw, in fact. There's the goal scorer. Slide ball, and Moravcik, a little bit slow going for that. Look at the determination about Perry as he went in there. Free kick.
Well, there's a slight touch.
Very slight touch indeed. There was also the boot on the top, but I think accentuated it.
And I think Louisville just saw the opportunity to go down and give himself a great chance to curl this ball into the box.
And in it goes. Good clearance. Now Petrov. Acres of space around him. Trying to get it to Viduka again. They've dealt with Viduka very well in the air. Leisman has his flag up, and I think free kick to Aberdeen. "15 minutes to half time." That's slack. Too far ahead of Viduka. Remember the man of the match competition. 09009 115500. That's the telephone number for man of the match competition. Well, the bottom hasn't fallen out of the match, but I must say Celtic look as if they're quite content to coast along at this stage. That was a better ball. Reset giving support. The man who's just scored his first goal of the season, in fact. Wow. Viduka brought down, yes. Zeru Ali, as Moravcik went across there. Zeru Ali brought down. Hasn't been as much in the game as I've seen him recently for Celtic. But of course, he's a great influence.
Could have been his first tackle of the season there. Great player, super.
Well, he did it. Again, he's one of the Celtic players that played well against Rangers. Ball by Bikost. They're up in him like a flash. Zeru Ali was that time, showing the defensive side of his nature. Stavrum. They're lacking support. Celtic snapping them up very quickly in midfield. He just looked a little bit cumbersome there.
Also running out of ideas. Aberdeen a little, not the good passing movement we saw in the opening 12-15 minutes. Celtic playing well within themselves at the moment with this goal lead now.
Callister had to get that one. No margin for error. Oh, turning on his style as well. Far too much play in the ball though. Moravcik. There he goes. No, not the Moravcik of earlier in the season. When he hits the ball, it can be explosive. Nothing much in that.
No, he didn't catch it as well as he wanted to, obviously. Certainly forgive him for that. He could do it with either foot, but there's too many players on about him. They'll probably stopped him pulling the leg back and getting a proper contact on it.
Aberdeen supporters trying to raise the team again. They're looking just a little bit flat at the moment. And Zeru Ali, he might be a wee fella, but he can dig in as well. I think he's learned a lot since coming here. Get the impression Bikost just wants to swat him away. And Viduka backing into the defender. Paul Bernard was coming back to give support in defence. Viduka was wondering why that came about. Well,
I think initially his arm went up there across Solberg. I think that's probably why the free kick's gone against him. And that's the kind of ball that Celtic think might hurt Aberdeen, using Viduka's strength.
Reset. Bikost. Johnston. Well played by Solberg again. Perry. Yuzi and Jess coming back just a little bit deeper. He hasn't been in this game. There it is. Viduka with a great chance and just touched away. Another salvage act there by Solberg, who did brilliantly first to see the danger and then keep his balance, prodding it away. As I said, Aberdeen have gone a little bit flat, nothing coming off for them, and he seems so congested, as witness that little cameo there in midfield.
Well, it's all come from Aberdeen giving the ball away, Archie. Ian Jess shut down, no real options for him, just put a little bit too much in the pass, and Solberg did really well.
You know, when you come across a final like this, there's the challenge now, Solberg doing so well. So I was saying, when you come across a final like this where a team has lost 18 goals to the opponent, you come with a preconceived notion that, you know, Celtic really have to win it as favourites. But in fact, I suppose even though Aberdeen have got a little bit flat, Alan, they have been very, very organised and are giving them a much better game than many of us anticipated.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've already said that when Celtic score, it was a good start for Aberdeen and just really got hit with a sucker punch. They'll need to get more into the game, though. They'll need to start the passing that, you know, obviously brought them. I don't think it'll be a 4 or 5 nothing today, though, not the way they seem to be playing, but certainly Celtic on top at the moment.
Solberg just getting rid of that. Viduka picks it up though. Nice little turn. It makes it look so easy, and that's swept away as McNamara came in from the back. There he is again. Hooked away eventually by Jamie McAllister. And Aberdeen at the moment up against it. Reset attempting a run down the right-hand side there. This is a good commanding phase for Celtic. Boyd totally untroubled at the back. Boyd, Johnston, no Viduka's there though. Celtic pick it up again because there's Viduka now. Wandered out to the right-hand side. Now gets support for Rapchik. Does the little turn again, and there's Jim Leighton. Nobody turns as sweetly as this man in the ball. Well, once again the stumble. Tremendous effort there. Now Vikos. Celtic keeping the pressure on, and really no punch in that drive by Tommy Johnson.
Well, Aberdeen are shooting themselves in the foot. They're giving the ball away constantly, and again a good break, a good block rather. Eventually comes to Johnson, him with the shot. An easy take for Jim.
Well, Celtic had to keep the pressure going. That was a bad pass. Solberg again to it. Stavrum looking for Zeru Ali. Mahe did well there. Now Moravcik beginning to ply his trade again. Knew exactly where he was going to put that, right on the top of Viduka's head. That surely is an Aberdeen throw. Yes, I think they've got to stabilise themselves again, Aberdeen. Rocky period for them this. Given away meekly again, that time by Gunfight. Not having the strongest of games. Now Stavrum, he's got a little break. Celtic have been pulled forward. Ian Jess running on the left-hand side. Still Stavrum, and there's Jess. It was far too predictable, though. Easily read by the Celtic defence, and now Nyobe. Trying for the longer one. Give it away. Good interception by Petrov. Moravcik. Not sharp enough. Bernard. Better break by Aberdeen on the right-hand side. Andy Dow waiting for players to come forward. Plays it just a little bit too square. Good fight. McAllister giving support. Aberdeen flooding into the box. You'll be very hard in, but legitimately. A very cool play by McNamara. However, as we pointed out, Alan, Aberdeen haven't been sustaining that long enough in the match, not at least in the last 20 minutes.
No, not at all, and even the break there, I mean, I had to go at reset earlier on, but he's ran 50, 60-yard sprint there to make sure that when Stavrum played the ball out to the left, he was the one that was marking Jess.
Oh, he's a bit slow with this. Stavrum's onside. There's only one player in the box. Up comes Jess. No, and it's taken away. Vikos coming back. Jess was lying to the left-hand side. He'd only one player in the box initially, Jess coming up late.
Well, he's worked hard, left and right, Stavrum. A good ball into the box, good defending by Vikos. Because if he hadn't have made the run into the box, it was an easy finish for Jess. This is a good finish for Aberdeen.
5 minutes to half-time. Aberdeen desperate to get back in level terms at this crucial juncture of the game. Played down there, goal gets it, and oh, Zero Ali is annoyed. Well, Jonathan Gould, rather fiery mood he's in today. Digging in there to get it, and Zero Ali got mixed up with him eventually.
Well, it's dropped into a nice place. Mark Perry just couldn't control it. Jonathan takes it safely enough, and then Zero Ali.
No.
On the rear end.
Maybe that's a Moroccan gesture of affection, I don't know. Paducah, well, he hasn't had all that many opportunities. He's been very closely marked, but that doesn't nullify the danger he can exert. Out comes Jonathan Gould. Reset. Al-Nyobi. Tucked inside there by Paducah, trying to get it going. Good bite. There's McAllister, good fight making the run down the left-hand side. There's Zero Ali, good control by the little Moroccan. Oh, he loses his balance, and just as I was saying, so many Aberdeen players slipping on this stuff. Solberg can't get it. Free kick. Paducah coming back into midfield. Does that very well. That's been one of his major attributes, you know, the way he can bring a ball down and shield it from players.
Well, that's exactly it, and he's got them a free kick there. Good control by the big man, and Solvite fouling him again.
Moravchik, can he get the ball over? He left it late. Well, not the easiest of balls for a goalkeeper to take at a near post. Here's McAllister. And again. Yes, by about a couple of yards, I think.
Yeah, definitely offside. Good play by Tom Boyd. He's had a good game so far at the back. Tom Boyd just stepped up, using his experience.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Solberg's played Paducah as well as any centre-back this season.
Yeah, I agree, and that was the biggest thing they were very wary of, Aberdeen. But just in midfield, they had a good start, and all of a sudden they seem to have just lost it a little bit.
Calmed down just a little. 2 minutes of stoppage time to be played. Neatly tucked inside, and referee waving play on, which turns out to be a very good tackle by Petrov, and that was revenge. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I think that's Andy Dow getting his own back. I think he felt there was an injustice a couple of minutes ago. So Andy Dow gets the yellow. Tommy Boyd coming up. Well, that's more like Moravcik. In Jess. Cluster of players then, yet again. That's an object lesson by Tommy Boyd. If you're the captain of a side and there's a 50-50 ball, it becomes yours.
Yeah, he's had a good game today, Tommy. He's almost fit perfect. I don't remember him giving the ball away even then. That ball was going to Moravcik. The only thing it was going about 150 miles an hour and the wee man couldn't control it.
Swept away by Petrov. Oh, that's a good tackle again. Boyd's been immense. Virtually make him man of the match at the moment. Up comes the goal scorer. Is he going to score his second of the season? Support again by McNamara. There's Viduka. He's put it away now. Getting right underneath it. And I think the very fact that he was chaperoned so closely there led to this ballooning.
Great play by the big man though. Superb control. This is where they don't want him, at the edge of the box, using his strength, gets by Anderson. And the fact that Jamie McAllister was coming in on his right, he knows it was a chance. You can see, being in the position, you get yourself a yard, you're trying to get a bit of power on it.
Yeah, I think he's, by his facial expression there, I think he's saying he's really had a hard toil out there against this defence. Solberg has been, as I said, very, very good against them. I mean, he can make even the best of defenders wilt, and in fact can make them look quite stupid at times, the way he can turn them quickly. But Solberg hasn't been taken on by that so much this afternoon.
To be fair to Aberdeen, actually, they've had a good first half. They really
absolutely,
have.
Yeah.
No question about it. They're not out of this game at all.
No.
And he'll be reasonably happy, I think. He knows that they're just been outplayed a little too much at times in the game, but they'll have a few choice words at half-time.
Reset. Goes free, there's Perry. On by Bernard. A little heady tennis going on at the moment. McNamara picking it up. Good run forward by Viduka. Yes, he's going in hard. By Johnson, that was. Tommy Johnson running across. Johnson certainly had his shirt pulled, but I think it was the reaction more than anything else. So Tommy Johnson it is. Yellow card there.
Well, it's a needless booking, isn't it? He's only frustrated because he thought he was going to get in behind the defender. And we all know now, if you use your arms in any action towards a referee.
And there goes the half-time whistle. So Celtic going into the dressing room, 1 goal in front. That goal coming, I suppose, surprisingly from a man opening his account for the season, Vidar Reset, Norwegian international, whom I first saw playing in Bordeaux and its international there. He was his goal coming up, neatly put in, by the way.
It was. It wasn't the cleanest of finish. It doesn't matter though. It beats Jim Layton. Wasn't their best spell in the game either, but a good ball in from Vicost. And that is how to celebrate your first goal of the season.
And I suppose in a closely marked game, if you get somebody coming unexpectedly into the box, there's a potential for a goal, and that's exactly what Celtic have clinched. Half-time score in the 54th League Cup final at Hampden Park. Celtic 1, Aberdeen 0. Finally, they call he and Hiroali the Curly Slipper Brothers. I wonder why. Reset taking in, Generali's in, and that was right on the edge of the box. It wasn't inside it, and for some reason, that's a bad one. Reset knew exactly what he was doing there. Here's the slackness, and he had to reach out and is just outside the box.
Well, that was my initial criticism of him, giving the ball away, not particularly good control, and that was the reason I thought that Zerouali began the game down this left-hand side. Reasons like that, nipping in very quickly at any mistake being made, and this could be a great start for them in the second half if they can bury this one.
Well, Zerouali is going to hover over this. He also has Thomas Solberg there. And does he have the skill to curl it in? Into the box beside his Celtic defenders. Goes Ariel Stavrum. Referee trying to sort out. The shoving going on, and it's straight to Zerouali again. Straight into the box, and that was despite the very big build-up and inept free kick.
It wasn't a good free kick. He's trying to bend it in, but he's bending it almost before it's lifted into the air. There's no chance you're going to beat goalkeeper all wall doing that.
Bernard can't quite get to it. Jackie McNamara. Now this is the first time we've seen the Frenchman raiding like this. I think he might have been told to get forward just a little bit more. Mahe did very well, just simply used his weight, and Johnson gets underneath it. First real effort by Johnson with his feet.
He did well initially, Mahe, going down that left-hand side. He got a second crack at it as well. Tommy way underneath that one.
Out to Perry. That's a bad ball by Perry. Must have seen the Celtic midfield coming up very quickly there, and that's hooked away again. Solberg. How they put a foot wrong. Zerouali chasing after this. Mjolby. Then Mahe. Well, he was forced into that. And once again, the Aberdeen support away to our left-hand side, getting a little bit of heart out of the way they've started the second half. Jess tried to take that quickly. Go to Aberdeen. Stavrum. No free kick. Referee, I think, right to wave that on. Johnson goes down. That will be stopped. Yes, it's going to be difficult. They're shading their eyes looking into the sun like that. Surprisingly, Jim Leighton is not wearing a cap. Free kick again.
Lucky Mark Perry, he could have got booked for that.
Here's Tom Boyd. And that's Mahe rather coming in, and that wins him the corner kick. Sudden spot there by the Frenchman. First time I saw him was playing for Paris Saint-Germain. His career was interrupted by an injury to another player because they played him out of position to fill a sudden gap that they had. Moravcik taking it in. Yes. Celtic support think there should have been a challenge for that. That's out of play. Well, there's Kenny Dalglish. He scored in 3 cup finals here, 3 League Cup finals, and paradoxically ended up on the losing side in all 3 of them. Well, he was elated with that goal. He knows there's a long way to go yet, though. Celtic going away with it. Here's Johnson, Moravcik, just beside him. Referee allowing that to flow as well. Goal kick. McAllister. Yolby towering over little Zero Ali there. He's going in bravely enough. And the passing far too short by Bernard. There's a lovely little tuck inside there. Zero Ali coming back, the play very untidy. And the referee suddenly having a look at it, giving the ball away again, and this time the referee does stop the play for a free kick just as Petrov set off for goal. That's been the scrappiest couple of minutes of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. McNamara and Zero Ali still on the ground, but still then Petrov in picture there. I think he's a little unlucky, because I think Solberg has actually turned into Petrov. There's a little 50-50. This is where Zero Ali's knee just catches his head, I think, Jackie McNamara, and both have gone down. And eventually, you see it again here, just catches his head and no more. I think both should be okay.
Well, I think Zero Ali, perhaps the more serious. He might have twisted himself, certainly not enjoying it. Might be a substitution coming up. Well, that would be a very serious blow if he had to go off, because there is always a potential in this little man to do the unexpected, and this is a game and an occasion where the unexpected, of course, is almost compulsory. It looks as if he's going off.
I think you might be right, Archie. I think Robbie Winters is getting his gear off. That's unfortunate, because as you quite rightly said, he's liable to come up with anything, get to the byline, get the ball in, or wriggle his way into the box, but that's most definitely a twist.
Looks like the knee.
Maybe see it better here. He's certainly done a great job getting back. I think just there, his right knee, left, take your pick. Done it on both, I think, but that's not good. So you saw right away he was in a bit of pain.
Well, Robbie Winters about to come on, the man they got from United, and he's got a bit of pace about him, perhaps not as mysterious in his play as the little Moroccan. A bit more straightforward and direct. And there's a very sad side in any game, not least a cup final, where potentially a match winner has been carried off like that.
Well, another positive thing possibly, Archie, is that gives Robbie Winters obviously pace of himself to give Celtic problems, and Ian Jess moving back into midfield. You know, he's one of the best players they have at Aberdeen. To get him on the ball and get some good quality passes forward to the two strikers, because they are a little lightweight up front, really, Aberdeen.
They are indeed, and Jess has not performed. When you talk about Ian Jess, you suddenly discover you're talking all the time about his potential. You keep talking about his potential, and sadly for Aberdeen, they don't realise it often enough. This is offside. Certainly turned back away from goal, but even when he reversed the situation, he was off. That is Ian Jess.
I just think he might be happier just playing behind the front two, though, Archie. Soon find out. He's got a little bit to go to try and play that telling pass.
Stavrum can't get to that. There's Jess. Up by McAllister. Robbie Winter, a little bit of shove there. Bernard. Perry giving it away. Crucial area here because Beduka picks up. He likes these runs, and that's a free kick, and I suspect a booking as well. Yes, it is indeed. That's Bernard getting the yellow card.
Beduka was just getting into top gear there. Bernard knew he had to take him out. They were really thin at the back there, Aberdeen. Again, just giving the ball away.
Good run round the outside. Beduka tried to get in again. Once again, Moravcik looking very dangerous down that left-hand side. Referee waving play on as Viduka almost got clear. Celtic keeping the pressure on. Vekost. Averabchik. Celtic almost parked just outside the box. No. Just a bit too obvious that time. Russell Anderson taking him away now. Who's coming up on this left-hand side, reset, hesitated again. And Idao. Oh, easily taken away. Aberdeen still coming in, and Belaberg. The first time we've seen him in the game, bringing the Aberdeen supporters to their feet behind a goal with this little thrust.
Well, they made an incredible noise there, the Aberdeen fans. They haven't had too much to...
And then it's in just across the face of the goal. And forward go Aberdeen again. Man of the match competition, by the way. There's the phone number 09009 1155 00.
We've only got it written down once.
Now, McAllister. Reset. Dow, can he touch it inside? He does. Bobby Winters, Dow. Bernard overdoes it again. That ball had to be played outside him. Viduka picks up with Tommy Johnson. Can he finish it off? He does! That should be it. One quick break by Johnson and he slides it home. And it was always going to be dangerous as soon as he lost possession, when he did. And Viduka picked it up there.
Well, initially you thought Viduka had lost possession. A lovely ball through. Good support by Tommy Johnson. And I said at the beginning, he probably couldn't believe he was in the final in the first place. A good, cool finish. Jim had certainly cut the near post off, but there's a big gap at the back post. Manages just to stay onside and no more, Tommy. And a very clinical finish. And that actually is down to Aberdeen giving away possession. And Celtic now cruising at 2-0.
And you must say it's going to be very difficult for Aberdeen to pick themselves up now. It should add to Celtic's confidence as Petrov comes forward. Here's a goal scorer. Averabchik. McNamara took up very good position. Viduka really trying to kill it off once and for all. And Aberdeen really need to pick something up almost immediately. They've got to do something in the next 15 minutes. They've played tolerably well compared to some of the occasions I've seen them playing Celtic this season, but it needs much more than just that. Here's Viduka. Just turning on it. Bellabed setting it down, reset. McNamara. Rather weaker ball there. Certainly got to keep the composure and not break out Stavrum. You can see from that little glancing header, nobody coming up in support. Aberdeen, I think, a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. Oh, here's a run again. That could be a red card. Red card it is. That's another tragedy for Aberdeen. A man who's been outstanding in the game, and his total mistiming sees him ending up. You know, he had committed himself for the ball there and couldn't stop.
I think actually, quite honestly, he thought he was going to win the ball, and he's actually just mistimed it. The ball was a good ball forward, to be fair. He's just mistimed it, and his momentum is taking him through and taking Petrov out the game. Cup final, I don't like to see anyone get sent off.
No.
2 bookings, but certainly that one I would have said was a booking. I think the first one he had was a little harsh.
So, and that's way wide by Viduka. Well, you go into a cup final, you played tolerably well, and then suddenly you find yourself 2 goals behind and a man down. Troubles don't come any more difficult than that.
Unfortunately not. We'll have to do a quick reshuffle. Not for the first time that someone's won a game with 10 men, but...
Well, that's the first time I've seen him really annoyed and anguished at the actual game itself. Normally the epitome of composure.
Well, you just saw what he said there. We'll go 4-4-1.
Yeah.
So he's going to play with the 4 at the back still, and unfortunately for Stavrom, he'll have a hard job up front on his own, that's for sure.
Ian Jess taking off after that. Jess, to be honest, for a man of... I keep on this subject, he's a brilliantly talented player, but he's been really a cipher in this game.
Well, you'd expect him to take a bigger part.
Doesn't go out looking for it somehow or other, and you know, if you've got real class, you've got to do that.
Well, I suppose that's true, actually. Very difficult for him when he's chasing shadows. It'll be even more difficult for him now, but Celtic have, apart from the first 15 minutes, really dominated this game.
Way by Perry. Up there by Mjolby. It is Jess, and he gets a free kick out of that. Because not all that happy with it, but where goes Belabed? Well, he was touched, but that was theatrical. Nothing theatrical about this. Stabbed through by Moravchik again. Back by Winters. Winters again. Easy one for Vikhorst. Well, Celtic they've never looked, apart from the first 15-20 minutes, just a little bit unsure of themselves, but now they're playing with confidence, and he realises that.
Yeah, Tommy, I'd be delighted the way they've played. A big part in the coaching now at Celtic.
Moravchik held on to that well. Really was under pressure. Oh, they were almost kissing it. Free kick though to Celtic.
Jackie's lost his footing there. We'll soon find out. Well,
there was their hands going in. Accidental.
A little bit of everything there, really. A little lucky to get the free kick, Celtic, to be quite honest with you.
Moravchik. I would like to be the defender when he's taking kicks from here. He swerves it in so well. There's another one. Look at the curve on it. Reset was up and doing some climbing. Very enthusiastic player. Maybe lacks these little touches of finesse that I think you were pointing out to start off with. But here's Winters. Can he use his pace? Certainly trying to, and that will be a booking, but he wasn't the last line defender. The interpretation is quite strict. I mean, if he had been the last line defender, that was off.
Good pace by Winters. We said he had a bit of pace when he came on. I mean, I know he's caught him with the foot there. He's taken him away. Not exactly the most malicious tackle you've ever seen, but nevertheless, reset goes into the book.
Little touch there toward Gould. Stavrum getting a set to, but I think that was meant for somebody else to give him a little bit of support at the back. Andy Dow going back very, very deep. Bernard. Well, Celtic will be too unhappy to allow Aberdeen to have possession here, but it's when the likes of Winters picks it up, looking for a little 1-2. No free kick. As Beekos coming away. Plenty time. That goal margin and time working for Celtic now. Voracek. A lot of pace in that, but I think it's whipped away, yes. Voracek going down heavily. Here's Stavrum. Looking to play it wide. He did well to come out of that, Stavrum. Just labouring it a bit much, though. They haven't been sharp enough in planting with the ball. And I think Bernard, Dow and Stavrum there have all been guilty of that. Yeah,
a little bit, but quite honestly, he's trying to thread the ball through the eye of a needle there. You need someone, you need to be working hard to keep possession, and unfortunately too many times Aberdeen have been a little disjointed in doing that. Celtic, you'd be lucky if Celtic are in second gear at the moment, Archie.
Yeah, strolling. Voracek. I like him to put a pass forward like that. Hasn't been as dominant a figure for Celtic in this game as I've seen him, but then we're talking about a very high standard that he's produced in league games. There he is. Sees players in space well, and Yolby had ventured out to the right-hand side. Aberdeen supporters with their parody of "You'll Never Walk Alone." I can't quite make out the words, and perhaps it's judicious not to do so.
Still in good voice though.
Winters.
There's a typical indication that, okay, I know they're playing with 10 men, but very lightweight up front.
Look at the run here. There's two of them could go for it. Great clearance by Perry. Johnson has ventured out to the left-hand side. Here's Viduka. McNamara as usual, now Viduka. Well, Danton pretty well, he'll put this away, no! Well, that's almost like the miss he had against Rangers in the recent league game. He picked it up, he's very, very casual and decides to try to flick it past.
Well, he should have. It's a good stop by Jim, to be fair, but he showed good skill initially to keep control of the ball. Mark Perry ended up on his back, cut inside, but quite honestly, he should have really sealed this beyond a doubt. That sometimes is the thing you pointed at him, Mark, he has such good skill, but he sometimes just goes through the motion, looks a little almost uninterested, but he won't have a better chance to score today.
What would it be like if he was really interested, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, great ball.
McNamara's after it. Yeah, Jezebin pulled free kick. Aberdeen. May well be that Jess is about to be replaced. Good play by Moravchik again. Viduka can't quite get hold of it, and there's a great shot by Johnson as it comes forward. That Petrov came up, looked carefully at it, and then let blast. He has been picking up a lot in midfield. Tremendous shot. Here's the run. Stavrum cutting inside. That's a good tackle, though.
He's been outstanding today, Tommy Boyd. He really has, actually.
Quite immaculate.
I honestly can't remember Tommy Boyd giving the ball away today.
Moravchik. Didao. Nobody square. Johnson will come back deep. Petrov. Almost leisurely look about Celtic now.
Well, they obviously don't have to push for another one. I think they'll get a few more chances before the end, but they're leaving it up to Aberdeen to come out, leave spaces for them, because they know that Aberdeen will have to do that to get back in. They're going to make a change as well, Archie.
Yeah. Callister, Winters. He said the right attitude since coming on, Winters. Now reset. That's a bit of ball. But Moravchik's going to try and chip it through. Way to the left-hand side there. I think he just aimed it for the way to the far left-hand corner. I think Celtic will take this corner, but almost inevitably after this, Meyer will come on, the German. Roberts swerved to the outside, and there's a shot again by Petrov. Really is in the mood, Petrov, to finish it off, and again, that's an uncharacteristic finish. I think we're going to have this substitution. And Ian Jess comes off. Another disappointing game for a player we know can play to the highest level. Well, that's what Scottish football is all about nowadays. Here's a man we talk about in international terms, Ian Jess. You want a player like that to succeed. He's brought off for a cup final for a German who's hardly one of their noted players.
Well, unfortunately, he hasn't had a particularly great game, Ian Jess, and you're looking for him to be more involved, as I said. But fresh legs by Andreas Meyer, but just trying to freshen things up, I think. But I think a little too late.
Indeed, just about 15 minutes remaining. Tommy Johnson's been playing way on that left-hand side. Stavrum, there's the pace of Winters. Mahe goes with him. Winters again trying to get to the line. Bad ball though, Belabed. Put out by McNamara, but not all that effectively. Bernard. Down. Bernard having to go back the way. Celtic getting players behind the ball. So he touched away, and Belabed turned away from that though. Throw to Aberdeen. I must say the Aberdeen support have been splendid today. 2 goals behind, and seen a man sent off. troubles heaping up, and yet they've been with the side all the way. Powerful tackle, that one. Play still goes on now. It's McNamara. Oh, there's a free kick. Late challenge by Bernard. Yes, no doubt about that. Ravchik. Reset. They had evil intentions for Aberdeen there. Well, when he puts his mind to it, he's an aggressive and direct player. He sometimes pay off, Alan.
Yeah, they do. He's actually had a good game today, Peter. Reset. Apart from a couple of times his controls let him down, but his defenders round about him have managed to help him out.
Back in the box he goes. Ravchik may want to let fly himself, but back to McNamara. There's a great chance and it's passed though. Up came Vikost. Saw the danger, given a little bit of space at the back. Could have done better.
He could have done a little better there. He could even have brought the ball back across. Good ball to the back post, so to be fair. Defender in his way. It had to have been good. There was someone on that near post as well, but a chance nevertheless. Initially I was hoping Moravchik might whip it in with his left foot, but decided with a tricky back heel instead. But I honestly can't see Aberdeen getting back into this actually. They look as if they're a little more depleted than before.
Surely a free kick, yes. Back near the touchline though. Big fellow, Martin Vikost, the Danish international, pounding his way around midfield. Yes, too many players cluster together. Johnson back in that left back position. Vikost on there by McNamara, and he takes his eye off it. I think that tackle by McNamara sums Celtic up at the moment. They're not just needing to push it too hard.
No, they don't really, and they took it pretty lightly, just went the wrong way, but a good tackle by Tom Boyd again. He really hasn't given Stavrom a single inch in this second half.
Remember, there's a man of the match competition. We'll be giving you the telephone number. Celtic crowd shouting for Viduka to go right in on that. Nobody there. Out it comes to McNamara. Aberdeen defending desperately. There might have been, just for a moment I thought McAllister had pulled a muscle there. He's stretched down. He's a good player, McAllister, good prospect. Ravchik throwing himself a little bit. I think we should bear in mind and keep in perspective the improvement that Aberdeen have managed to achieve since early season, when, quite frankly, they were a laughing stock. It looks as if they're going to lose this final. But they've done it without any major discredit. They've certainly lacked any punch or wallop up front. But there's a lot of the game that must give satisfaction to the long-suffering supporters. As I said right at the start, there's a long way for them to go to get back to something like what they were in the past.
Oh, absolutely, but they certainly made a
there they are.
Start to it anyway.
They've been very loyal today. Good support. Bernard. A good run, and quite frankly, he hasn't done that often enough. Got his head over the ball and went in that defence. There's a young lad who's done a good game.
Yeah, he has.
He's been eager to come forward and help out his attack as well.
He's made himself available. Initially he came, he wasn't fit enough. I think he's getting there now. He's certainly gone about his business in midfield.
Belabed, and Gould had committed himself. Well, he's claiming he was fouled, but the referee is awarding a goal kick.
Well, he comes out of this, I think he even runs into a Celtic player here. I think he does. I think he runs into Vekost. Every time a goalkeeper gets knocked in the box, they're always looking for a foul, but
exactly.
The referee was quite right there. Johnny Gould was nowhere near that. And looking at the flight of the ball, just ran right into his own player.
Oh, just again, a little bit casual by Moravcik, but he changes his attitude now, and he tries to chip the goalkeeper. Oh, what a piece of delicate, exquisite skill. At first he was a little bit casual, then he got his opportunity, and look at the judgment of this.
Well, that really is top skill. Great touch, great turn in initially. Lovely flight, and Jim delighted to see that come off the bar.
Here's Vekost coming, and Aberdeen now looking sadly depleted. Good save by Leighton. That looked like a handball, it's off the line. Great clearance there. Celtic trying to put in the final nail here, thwarted by that save. And look at this, good defender gets bonus money for this.
Yeah, good defending, great skill as well. Great save by Jim Leighton initially, but good skill by Big Viduka to get the ball at least on target. He's trying to kill the game off now, Celtic.
Petrov. Good ball by McNamara, and he got that little touch by Viduka. Really hasn't had many opportunities like this. Paul Bernard. Winters trying to go forward. Knocked away by Boyd. Now what can the big fella do now? He mesmerizes at times, still has it. Oh, he jumps it, no, it's off the line again. The rear-guard action has been quite superb by Aberdeen. They haven't succumbed. They look as if they're heading for defeat. But again, Perry this time coming in. They're not crumbling.
Well, that's a couple of times off the line. It's getting pretty close, isn't it? The big man teasing at the edge of the box. I didn't think he'd given this enough initially. Great run by Jackie McNamara. Beats Leighton. Someone's on the line to clear the danger. Even McAllister.
Yes, McAllister might have twisted the ankle. Looks as if Celtic might make a substitution. There he is. Well, now we've been having the man of the match competition, and I leave it to my colleague Alan McAnally to make that judgment. After the corner kick, we will deliver. A little bit of a push, free kick, and the man of the match, Alan.
Yeah, well, I wish Moravcik's chip had gone in, because it's maybe too easy to give it to him, and Viduka hasn't had the most outstanding game, but I think at the back, Tommy Boyd for me has been absolutely magnificent today. He's organised his team well. There was a bit of pressure on Celtic. They were heavy favourites to win this, and I think he has been absolutely superb today. Hasn't given the ball away and hasn't given any Aberdeen striker a single bit of room. So he is my man of the match.
He is quite apart from this game. Tommy is a commendable professional. Celtic on the attack again. He hasn't got away from his markers quite as cleanly as he had earlier on in the season. There he is. McNamara. Will be a shot again. Oop. Jim going the wrong way. Meyer. Wilby was in. That's a free kick. Yes, the referee wants the ball brought back. Yes, I was saying about Tommy Boyd, he's a commendable professional. He gives 150% for his club, on and off the park. I think he's a perfect illustration of what a professional player should be. Simple, straightforward, gets into the game enthusiastically, good, sound technical player. And Alan Stubbs about to come on. It looks like Moravchik.
Well, he's done enough today, hasn't he? It would have been a little bit special had the chip gone in.
Well, I don't know whether he's at first a little bit puzzled, but I think he's accepted it now. Off he comes. Kenny Dalglish in the background there. And Kenny will be both satisfied and relieved. There was an enormous pressure on him for this game.
Another bit with Tom Boyd as well, just briefly, Archers, you know, you've got big Alan Stubbs on the bench who's good at the back, can play long passes, and he's coming on into midfield, and Tommy's done well to make that position his own again.
Alan Stubbs, a little bit of confusion there. Well, that's an excellent ball. Johnson took his eye off it. That was purely accidental, that challenge by Belabed. Tackle from the rear, free kick. Well, there might be another substitution yet by Celtic. Berkovic might just be coming on now. Lovely turn by Winter, couldn't get away though. Vikos. Now Petrov. He's set. Wants to go on his own. He's game for it. Oh, that was offside in any case. And unselfishly, he let it off. And you know, he had the goal gaping, Alan. He might have had a go at it. Or is it a defender taking cold feet?
Yeah, possible. With the pace he was going at, I couldn't see any problem with going past the last defender either. He's got to get himself in a great position there, but he was just trying to get Big Viduka on the score sheet, and he didn't actually need to do that.
4 extra minutes to be played in this game, stoppage time. Well, the referee considers that a solid tackle again. That's a bit of ball, and Viduka. Brilliant tackle there by Leighton. Well, he might be 41 years of age, but there's elasticity in these bones yet. Look at this. And a bit of skill as well. And there's a booking, I think, for McAllister. McAllister gets a booking. Reset, getting the attention, and the Celtic supporters now, as you might expect, in full song. All they're waiting for now is the anticipation of a cup presentation, which of course we'll be bringing you. And I think Berkovic is about to come on. There he is, the Israeli international, and Tommy Johnson's delighted. Apart from being pleased at scoring goals, he's just delighted to be back in the Celtic team after the trials and tribulations he's had with injury.
Oh, absolutely. Celtic probably contacted every team in every single league to get rid of him at one point, and he's managed to stand his ground. and all of a sudden he's scoring a goal in the cup final. Fantastic.
Here's Boyd. That's a useful ball indeed. Stubbs. Berkovic. Reset. Got in a bit of a fangle himself. Winters. Hemmed in there. Go to Celtic. Well, you know, if you were to pick an Aberdeen man of the match, I think he's in the stand at the moment watching the game. Because I think Solberg was quite outstanding in the bench until he was sent off.
Absolutely, had played well. I think Stavrum did really good a couple of times, but I think Solberg's initial booking was pretty soft. I thought the referee had his cards out pretty early, not for anything particularly malicious. But they haven't performed particularly badly, Aberdeen, but certainly outclassed today by Celtic.
Now Belleberg. Berkovic with space. Looking for that ball to be played back inside. That's a great move by Viduka again, and the linesman has his flag up. Free kick. Celtic quite dominant now, thoroughly deserving this cup, which will be theirs in about a couple of minutes now after the stoppage time. Pure delight for that man there, who's suffered a lot of agony himself in the past, both with Celtic and outside Celtic. But all credit to Aberdeen and their supporters, and I think particularly the supporters who've made an occasion of this. Not just a case of turning up, but they've got to inject spirit and enthusiasm into a cup final, and they've done exactly that. They take fulsome credit for it. Most of the singing has been done by the Celtic supporters, but Aberdeen down at the other end are far from silent as the players simply go through the motions now. The cup heading for Parkhead. Reset. Now McNamara. Robbie Winters, who's looked quite sharp, I must say, since he came on. But look at him, he's totally outnumbered there. Nobody giving him support. So what a season Celtic have had. They go to Ibrox next week. They're still trying to keep their hopes alive. Humiliated in the cup. And now the League Cup is almost theirs. A season of huge contrasts. And today we've seen the best and most positive as the final whistle goes. Celtic, having won just 10 in the last 22 finals in the League Cup, improved that record considerably, and there's one of the man. And of course we'll be back for the presentation very shortly. And Celtic about to be presented with the League Cup. Delighted support and a very satisfied looking Tommy Boyd making his way up here. Well, he can afford just that little smile there. While the team that suffered a bit of ridicule in that infamous defeat that they had can relax a little tonight, realizing that the League Cup trophy is theirs. Well, Tommy Boyd, I see him occasionally in the area that I live in, and he's a delightful personality. There's the cup. The 11th time that will head for the Celtic boardroom. Every player deserving of it. You probably heard Kenny Dalglish trying to single out one or two of the players. You certainly mentioned Tommy Boyd. Petrov's played very well. Reset, the goal scorer. Vikhorst playing his part in midfield. There's Bjolby. Viduka maybe didn't have the kind of game he's been having recently, And we have the man of the match now, Tommy Boyd.
Tommy, what does it mean as Celtic captain to lift the League Cup?
A much better feeling than the last time we were here. So I'm actually delighted, you know, for the lads, for the supporters. It's a trophy. Everybody here is happy. You know, we look forward to it the rest of the season.
A nervy game, but in the end, 2 goals settled it in your favour.
Yeah, you see Aberdeen have improved. We probably didn't start off as well as what we should have, but we get a victory, that's all that counts.
It really was a game where you looked composed, you didn't have many problems to deal with at the back.
No, but we had to do our job right, and we've done it defensively, we did it. So eventually we got there, so yeah, we're delighted with it.
How much of a platform do you think this can provide for Celtic in the future?
Well, obviously it's a start. You know, the hopes are that the supporters will go and enjoy themselves tonight, and I'm sure we will.
Tommy, you've got the cup, you also have Alan McInally's vote for the CIS Man of the Match. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much, Alan.
Well, very satisfied, the captain there, and the support now luxuriating in their victory. Celtic players, I think, always a sense of relief about winning a cup, especially when you've had some traumas in the season before it, and now they can relax. Celtic supporters of all ages, all generations, packed into Hampden Park, enjoying these moments. There's nothing like savouring a cup final victory.
You better believe it. I think they deserved it though. I'm just watching down in front of me, Archie, and Aberdeen going in, obviously a little unhappy, but I don't think they can be too unhappy with the way they played. Certainly on the day they were outclassed, but they've come a long way even to get to this cup final. But they had a chance coming here, but Celtic put them in their place, and I think they simply quite outclassed them.
And now we have the man who scored a very vital goal in the game, Tommy Johnston.
Tommy, we won't keep you away from the celebrations too long. It's been a fantastic 6 months for you, culminating in a goal.
Yeah, tremendous, yeah. Had a good month, you know, got back on the side, and to be playing today, you know, is an added bonus of the touch and go where I'll be playing, but it's fantastic. Yeah, I've waited a long time. It's been 3 years since I've been up here, you know, and as you can see, it's fantastic. Love it.
It's been an unbelievable set of events for yourself, some twists and turns along the way. Could you ever have envisaged this finish?
No, not to be honest, no. Everybody knows about the previous regime and all that. It's great when Tommy Burns come back, and I've got my chance now, so I'm going to enjoy it.
Some people have suggested, obviously, you were in the shop window. Would you like to stay a longer time here at Celtic now?
Yeah, I've still got another 18 months of my contract. Why not when it days like this?
Enjoy it, Tommy.
Very much.
And back go the Celtic team away down towards the traditional Celtic end at Hampden Park, where there has been much jubilation through the years. Celtic, at one stage, especially under the Steen era, almost made Hampden Park the second home. There's Kenny Dalglish. The first time I clapped eyes on Kenny was in Malpensa Airport back on that rather sad night when Celtic had lost the European Cup, and he was a young player carrying luggage at the time, Alan, and somebody said, he's going to be some player, and I said, who? Well, the rest is history.
Some player is the biggest understatement I think of all time, but I mean, you can even see him in the interview. I mean, he doesn't give a great deal away, Kenny, at the best of times, but I know for sure inwardly he will be absolutely delighted with that. I mean, there's a massive gap in the league. As far as I'm concerned, I think the league will go to Rangers, but he'll be happy with this, all right, don't worry about that.
And now we can speak to Vidal Reset.
Vidal, I'm not too sure about your hairstyle, but you've enjoyed the moment getting a goal in a League Cup final.
Oh yeah, it was so nice today. You know, we look forward to win this final, and all the boys give 100%, and what can I say? We deserve to win today.
You don't score too many goals. You must have been delighted to get on the end of the cross.
Oh yeah, today I played a little bit different today. I come more up front on the pitch, and I'm not so much in front of the goal, so it was nice to come front of the goal today and score a goal.
How difficult was it for the Celtic players to lift themselves when everybody expected you to beat Aberdeen before a ball was kicked?
Yeah, but you know, when it's a final, it's a final, and it's always very difficult, these matches, and Aberdeen, they want to win as well, and they played well, but today we was a little bit better, I think.
Well done, Vidal. Enjoy the day.
Thank you very much.
Well, he's certainly not been influenced by David Beckham, that's for sure. Enjoy enjoy, enjoy. These are the 3 words for Celtic now. Well, Kenny can sometimes be a little bit taciturn, and how, but I think he'll be in the throes of inward joy anyway. So there is the cup, and there'll be a lot of sipping out of this tonight, that's for sure. The final score, of course, was Celtic now the League Cup holders, and I can hand you back now to Jim.
Thank you very much to Archie and to Alan and to Peter, Martin and Katrina down there on
Frank McAvenny in attack.